gentlemen, turn your speakers up. It's time for the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE. Oh yeah! Let's meet the hosts. First, a man hailing from the hub city in Indiana. He goes by @2SweetKyle on Twitter. The host, Kyle Gagliardi. And your co-host, hailing from the Valley of Lake Tahoe. He goes by @JimTuck89 on Twitter. Jim Tucker. And last but not least, hailing from the cornfield somewhere in Indiana, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram @PodOnTheMark.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I'm your host, Mr. OTM, Kyle Gagliardi. And joining me this evening is my good friend Jim Tucker, or as I like to call him, Tucky!
What's going on, Kyle? Hey, big show for us. Days ahead of our SummerSlam excursions. I'm looking forward to it.
And as you can see, Tucky's in a different location. He's back home because we're going to be leaving for SummerSlam here in a couple days. So now that you're back home, how does it feel? Because it's been a minute that you've been back in the region. Yeah,
I do. I like patterns. I like routines. So we've established, like, last week of July, we come home to Indiana, and then right from Indiana, Mr. and the baby fly home. I fly to wherever SummerSlam is and have an electric weekend. It's like the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another in regards to school year, season, summer, that kind of stuff. So my time in Indiana has been fun. Humidity here still ass.
Welcome back, baby. How does it feel to be sweating your ass off for just stepping outside?
It is ridiculous. The foggy glasses are annoying.
The worst.
Sunglasses. I ran a race when I flew in Thursday, ran a race that
how'd
night.
that go?
Thank God it thunderstormed severely an hour before because it made it cooler. But the humidity still stinks. I got sixth in the race, so I felt good, had a good run.
Solid.
But humidity here is trash. Can't wait to leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about the life over in Lake Tahoe, so I might have to venture off and
please
visit
do.
you.
You'd love it.
I think I'm overdue.
Yes, 105 in northern Nevada is better than 80 here with 100% humidity.
Huh, yeah, I bet you. So maybe I'll have to visit you shortly. So
For
It's
sure.
nice to have you back for a little bit, and it's going to be nice to spend another wrestling-filled weekend. We've done, this is our fourth SummerSlam in a row, correct?
Our fourth together, my
Yes.
fifth in a row, because I got the Vegas SummerSlam before it, the COVID-y move out west SummerSlam. That was tragic, and that started my love for SummerSlams annually.
Hey, it's the biggest party of the summer. We got our SummerSlam Mitchell and Ness tank tops, which, by the way, good looking out. Why don't you explain the value we got on these nice SummerSlam tanks here? We are showing off the muscles, by the way. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Bring in the boom.
I am Gags will tell you that I am a merch hoe wherever we go. Big time. And so I went on the WWE shop to preview the SummerSlam collection and noticed these $90 Mitchell & Ness tank tops on clearance for $30. So you save $60, and it's because they only had smalls and mediums left. And thankfully, you and I are mediums. I did float it out to Vogus. Hey, if you maybe you're looking for something a little snug.
Yeah, it is a little snug.
Vogus is jacked.
Oh, yeah. Way more than us. I mean, we're not bad. We got something here. Like, no, we're
fit.
Yes.
We're fit. Vogus is fit and jacked.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
And you guys will see in the pictures because there's going to be a lot of footage. And I don't know if you saw Tuck, but I plan on bringing the vlog back like I did in the Royal Rumble.
I'm excited for it. And, the three of us, I think we're a great combo. We've got muscle, we've got meat, we've got endurance, we've got enthusiasm. It's going to be an electric weekend starting Thursday. So 2 sleeps away, brother.
That's why we're live here on a Tuesday. I know it's a weird night, so if you're familiar with my other show, NXT Night Shift, that means I'm pulling double duty tonight. So if you are watching NXT tonight, watching us live, there's 17 of you, which shout out to all 17. We appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Tuck, I believe we are only 40 away, and once we hit 500, that's when Ian's got to do the 24-hour stream. So big things popping.
This is a great segue because you are on the NXT Night Shift with Jay Gold. Jay Gold is the last subscriber to win our 400 subscriber count, and I do have physical proof that this Rey Mysterio figure has made the journey.
Wow.
I am hand delivering it because I'm terrible at mail.
There's vlog footage right there, just the exchange.
There's got to be somewhere someone in the chat, in the comments, that is also just terrible at putting things in boxes and mailing them. I am one of those people. That is one container. I think I'm a genius. I bought a sneaker backpack to hold my pairs of shoes for my figures to collect and protect them. So I traveled with Will Ospreay and Tony Storm to get those signed. I've got Rey Mysterio to offload, and then I plan to purchase 2 more from High Spots like I did last year. Last year, came home with the Damian Priest and the Drew McIntyre signed Elite, so I'm looking to see that.
You're gonna see all this stuff too on the vlog, guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have my mobile battery pack on me. I got that thing all charged up, so we're gonna make sure we got some good content for you. So make sure you're following us at Pot on the Mark. Show some love to the Main Event Wrestling Network. Tuck, I know you haven't been around as much lately, but a lot of things going on at the main event that I'm sure you've been catching.
Well, the thing that I benefit that some people don't is even if I'm on a show once a month or 6 times a year, now it feels like we are getting back into Tucky season. But I get access to this conglomerate of wrestling enthusiasts at my disposal, whether it's a Twitter chat or a group chat.
Like Robbie.
But what it is, the Main Event Wrestling Network is a growing, thriving community of smaller content creators, intimate content creators that have a passion for professional wrestling of all kinds, from indie wrestling, AEW, WWE, and whether you like to watch live streams and listen to podcasts or read blogs or engage with YouTubers or those creating YouTube content, there's something here on the Main Event Wrestling Network for you. We are the flagship podcast of the network, but we are not the only podcast in the network. So a lot of like-minded individuals coming together to share our love for professional wrestling and Summerslam.
Yep, and there's going to be a lot of main event moves happening. Speaking of Summerslam, before I get to Robbie's comment, there is a main event mixer happening this Saturday. Obviously, Tuck and I cannot be a part of that because we will be in attendance, but we're Jay Gold holding it down. Yeah, you said it. Yeah. There's a thing. I don't know if you heard in the past podcast, if you cuss or say anything, edgy in the first 10 minutes, apparently it affects your views. So that might have affected our views.
We'll be intoxicated by the pro wrestling. We'll be so enamored with it is what to further.
Drunk on wrestling. That makes sense. Yep. Yeah. Robbie said the Scotsman is back in the main event family, going to an indie show soon. So maybe a TikTok vlog coming. Okay. There we go. So at mainevent_net to check that. And if you want to help us out, because we're going to be spending a lot of money this weekend, and just to recoup our bank accounts a little bit, onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com has a promo code, 10% off your merch. Tuck, what are some of the items they could get on the onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com?
You're not going to find a Mitchell & Ness tank top.
No.
But you can find a tank top. We have tank tops. We've got hoodies. We got shirts, coffee mugs, all different, a big variety of items and different designs too. On the Mark centric items. On the markwrestlingpodcast.com, use code SUMMER. You'll save about 10%. And that's about as big as the app will let us make a discount with what they're normally priced. So any purchase helps the pod. That's for sure. I think I've got to order another hoodie. I am becoming a big sleeveless hoodie
Ooh, me
weightlifting
too.
guy.
Me too.
So, for baseball, I got to order 3 hoodies now because you got to go long sleeve, and then I do a 3/4 hoodie, and then we gotta
That's something I should look into. Sleeveless hoodies. I'm sure they're available on the site. That would be a
take it.
good.
I would buy by the end of the night.
Okay, on the markwrestlingpodcast.com. You use that promo code SUMMER. You're going to be saving some money this weekend. 2 nights of SummerSlam, Tuck. How we feeling? Because the build has been okay, I would say. Just a lot going on lately, so I'm not all the way there yet.
I am excited at the card. When you look at the caliber of the matches, I think it will deliver. And I think they're going to position SummerSlam to be this boost into Royal Rumble season, essentially, in that the Royal Rumble kicks off WrestleMania, but we have to get to the Royal Rumble. And for SummerSlam to cap off so many feuds, to go into one of the quieter times on the calendar, fall into winter, I don't think that's what it's going to be used for. So 2 nights, they've already committed the 2 nights in Minnesota, so they need this one to be good. And
is that next year, Minnesota?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The streak continues.
Yeah.
I know I'm going. I hope we can fly. Drivable, maybe. That's
like probably drive. 6-7 hours from here.
Yeah.
That's pushing it. We did Nashville though, so that was about 7.
Yeah. We've got all year to think about that. But this SummerSlam, I have the hopes that it delivers like Evolution did, and that's a little scary for SummerSlam to be one of the big 4, 2 nights. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're going to be there. But once again, when you look at the card itself, it's actually a pretty strong card. Sure, the builds haven't been there for some of the matches, but it's interesting, too, how they kind of constructed it, too, because you look at night 1, you got the Jelly Roll match with the Celebrity, obviously, so that's going to be different. A lot of tag team matches night 1, and it seems like night 2 was more of the championship night, like big fight feel, so I found that to be interesting. I thought they would kind of divide it up a little bit more, but definitely night 2 is speaking to me more, but night 1 probably could be fun, too.
I do agree with that in that I thought both nights would have a mix of both, but it feels like, to me, it feels like Sunday is going to be violent. You know what I mean? And Saturday is going to have a lot of good matches, or the introduction where, like, I feel like WrestleMania spreads it out where it's 2 strong nights with Sunday getting the edge of the undisputed biggest, Cody,
the main event,
right? But I think when we went to LA, we almost thought night 1 was better.
I think you can make a strong case other than that Cena match, right?
Yeah, and so it feels like SummerSlam night 2 might sell 10,000 more tickets. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised because, like I said, we'll see once we go down because we're going to start with night 1 and then we'll get to night 2, obviously. But before we do, Cody Tipping in the house, he said, on the rate of 1 to 10, how scary? What are we talking about here?
Well, Paperclip Mike said Halloween Havoc this weekend. Gotcha. Maybe that's a Halloween reference. I'm not following.
I think it's a joke from Paperclip Mike because it's kind of obvious what we're talking about here, huh?
Yeah, big Halloween Havoc guys.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We're just not going to talk about it right now because let's get into night 1 then. We'll start with this matchup because, honestly, Tuck, there really isn't a build to this one. It kind of surprised me because I think we all assumed the Naomi of it all would be lurking in the background, so that would have added something to this. But as of right now, I'm looking at this as like babyface versus babyface, even though I don't like Tiffany Stratton as a babyface. So how do you see this one shaking out? Because I'm kind of confused, to be honest.
Well, before Naomi was a champ and had the Money in the Bank briefcase, I thought this is where Jade Cargill wins, Naomi cashes in.
Yeah.
That keeps the snowball going. And without that, I'm picking Tiffany Stratton.
Really? And
yeah.
I don't know how much longer I can take with her as the champion, Tuck.
I think we're getting to a point to try to make her something. I think if Jade Cargill wins this early, this young, it could have an effect on Tiffany. And I don't know with Naomi holding a title currently, and well, she's defending it at SummerSlam. I don't know where it goes after this either way, regardless of the winner, and I don't know why I should care about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling.
I'm hoping it's a great match. I'm hoping this could be one of those kickstarts to a feud, taking us into the fall, because it could be compelling. But this is a match that got on the card for good reasons, but not. I'm sure those reasons haven't been delivered to us.
Yeah, like, I mean, I get it. Jade Cargill looks like a star. She has everything all about her, but something still isn't quite connecting in ring, I think, at least with me. She's getting better, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not sitting here saying she's the drizzling shits, but if you compare her run as TBS champion in AEW to now, vastly different. But
yeah,
I would like to see her on top just because I'm tired of seeing Tiffany Stratton as champion. I think it needs a little freshening up. And maybe there's a way they can turn Tiffany Stratton, say Tiffany loses, and she just snaps. She just attacks Jade after the match. It's like, you know what? I want my title back. That was my identity for 7 months. So what am I without that title? So I'm going to go with Jade Cargill. I think that's more of a heart pick than a head pick. Yeah. But then again, this is another one of those matches where I'm like 50-50, flip a coin.
Well, it's a hard one to pick. What could happen as a result? It's still, yeah. I think it's up in the air.
I would hate a no decision or like a double DQ or something like that too.
Do we? I mean, every year it feels like somebody comes back at SummerSlam.
I'm trying to think who's out right now.
Is there a female, a women's wrestler that's been out that could make a return or a debut and put some, because we got Bayley the 1 year. Last year, Roman came back, didn't he?
Yeah, Roman was the big
return. We got a Roman return, Bayley, Roman.
Dude, last year's SummerSlam was loaded.
Yeah, it was
in
dope.
Cleveland. Like the live thing to kick things off. I think Braun Breaker won the IC title. LA Knight won the United States title. Gunther won the world title. Like what more could you ask?
It was dope. It was a great show. Like there's 2 nights this year. They've got to stand up to. That was my favorite SummerSlam we've been to last year.
Same, and I would probably put Nashville too.
Yeah, mine is Cleveland, Nashville, Detroit, Vegas.
That's fair. I wasn't there for the Vegas one, but I understand why the Vegas one was where it was. Because I remember that was happening during my fantasy draft, and just a lot of questionable decisions. Wasn't that the quick Becky win, too, on Bianca?
Yep.
Those are the Vince days, though, right?
Yeah, it was not great.
We're past those. So your pick's Tiffany Stratton then here?
Yeah, Tiffany to retain, low confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I know you said like maybe just to elevate her more, but that's what they were trying to do with Trish. I felt like, so we got that one over Trish. Now, let's move on. Turn Tiffany Stratton heel, do something fun. But this one could be fun. We talked about him earlier. Jelly Roll, celebrity involvement. This has been a thing forever. Tuck. I know a lot of people might not be excited for it. I'm one of those people, but once again, I get it. I get why this is happening. It's unfortunate that Drew apparently is stuck overseas. I don't know if that's a shoot or a work, but regardless, it's going to make things interesting. Sure, Jelly Roll can have some moments here, but I'm going to go with Jelly Roll and Randy Orton just because they have the celebrity, and I think Logan Paul is a perfect candidate to just eat the pin here. Nobody gets hurt, and we move on. Just going to be a fun spot here for Jelly Roll. I don't really care for it. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, couldn't care less about the match. A use of 3 guys that I love to watch wrestle, including Logan Paul. I do like to watch Logan Paul wrestle. But it's going to be one of those things where like Jelly Roll could prove himself as a wrestler, and now the standard for celebrity wrestlers is high, and so I'm slightly intrigued, and I do think the Drew news or situation could actually be a problem.
Yeah, and it looks like Mike's confirming it is a shoot. If Drew misses, Miz is in this match. So that would make sense, though, because Miz brought Logan in, essentially, didn't he?
Yeah.
In that tag team match, I think it's SummerSlam against Mysterio.
Oh, yeah.
That was COVID, wasn't that? Might have been the 2021. Which technically I was in attendance for. Remember when they did the virtual attendance? So I went to 2020 SummerSlam. Don't give me shit.
I was there.
I was there. I was there for 2020, just not for 2021, and then every year after that. But I'm sorry, I missed your pick? Did you have a pick for this one?
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
The Miz faced Logan Paul in 2022. That was in Nashville, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was after the fact that they teamed. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
Logan's intro was with The Miz, if I'm not mistaken. But that's been like 5 or 6 years, hasn't it? Like, we've already had Logan Paul in the WWE for that long.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. But Randy Orton and Jelly Roll for the win. Bathroom break match.
Yep.
Beer match. All that good stuff. Maybe some SummerSlam lemonades.
Oh, I'm hoping.
Maybe some SummerSlam margaritas.
What? SummerSlam Aritas.
I don't know why the what kept tripping like that. It's supposed to only do it one time. You know we got a soundboard, right?
I liked it better that way.
Yeah, I don't know why it did what it did, but
is the soundboard like on StreamYard somewhere?
So if you go to media assets on the side, you'll be able to access those. So go crazy whenever you see fit, because but it is going to repeat like that. I think. I don't know. Ian's usually
for
the
background
soundboard.
Music.
Oh, okay, yeah, background.
That's
music.
where it is, right? Under background. Music.
Yeah. So
that's dumb.
Yeah,
I gotta undo the loop.
Oh, there you go. Now do it.
There you go.
Try it again. On the fly. What? There we go. There we go. We figured it out. This is why we do it live. This is podcasting in its finest. So,
yes, it is.
Judgment Day, we got Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, who are the tag team champions, taking on the team that is not friends of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, which I've kind of enjoyed. How have you felt about the Bliss and Flair dynamic?
Is Charlotte getting back over now? Like, since Evolution and the piece, and I'm excited for it because, again, like, I think old Vince, Becky comes back, she's in the title scene. Charlotte comes back, she's in the title scene. And it's that same revolving door, and I think this is a compelling way to not only have Becky Lynch compelling and being able to, she's still able to be Becky Lynch with the Intercontinental Championship, and this is something for Charlotte Flair where, like, she's not in the main title picture, and people are behind her again. And a way for Alexa Bliss to get back into it as she's made her return. I'm excited for it, and with the star power of Flair and Bliss, I think they could win.
I do too.
There's enough star power between the two of them to counteract the tag team. But again, they're a relatively new tag team too, although they're champions.
Sure, they still have opportunities to make merch and sell it for a couple weeks and then do the turn, kind of like they did with like Y2AJ. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting here. It's going to be like a very short-lived friendship, but something still tells me it's Charlotte Flair in a big match at a big PLE. So putting the titles on them actually could be good, and I feel like the women's tag team division as a whole is probably in the best spot it's ever been in. I don't think that's a crazy take.
I agree. I think the question that I would like to ask you is, what happens to what impact does it have on the Judgment Day as a whole without the tag team titles?
I think that just furthers the divide between Roxanne and Liv. I don't know the extent of Liv's injury. I don't know if you know or have heard of any reports on it, but I would just assume that they would just dive right back into, hey, Liv's returning soon, Roxanne, and you kind of screwed the pooch here. Maybe Roxanne's the one that eats the pin, and that's how they do the fallout there with her in the Judgment Day. But I've been liking Roxanne in the Judgment Day, so I don't even know if I want that to end.
I know. I like it too. It gives it shout out to the Judgment Day. I thought we were going to hate it.
Yeah, how about, Ian was talking about them last week, and then somebody on TikTok commented, I don't like the Judgment Day. I go, okay, that's just your opinion, bud. We're just sharing ours.
Good.
Appreciate the interaction, though.
But that's why the Judgment Day is good. You know what I mean?
Heat, right?
You don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
But you also kind of wish you had like a squad like that.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And they all got gold too. Like what? Yeah. That's a flex. It looks cool. I don't think they're gonna have gold though in the Judgment Day after this. So I'm gonna go with Flair and Bliss to become the new champs. What's your official pick?
I'm going Flair and Bliss as well.
And I'll be wooing my ass off. You know it.
Oh yeah.
She's the GOAT. She's my GOAT. She's
kind of double wooing because we got Lyra this weekend too.
Oh yeah, 2 nights of wooing.
Woos and woos.
Yep. This one is. I'm glad it's on SummerSlam. It's basically the finality of all this. It's the trilogy, if you will, between Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross getting on a big PLE. You love to see it. I'll never forget in Nashville meeting Karrion Kross in the bathroom. You know, it was a great time. I'm glad to see that he's moved up since then and got himself a spot here on the card.
Weeks after.
Yeah.
Like we talked about we should have got him. I think he's going to be back. He's still going to be something. He's still got time. We should have got him in Scarlet. It was like $50.
Well, I fucked up too because I had my NXT title and I forgot he was a former NXT champion. How cool would it be if I just got NXT champions to sign my NXT title? I already got Johnny.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea.
I don't want to bring it on the plane though because I'd probably have to check it and check a bag, wouldn't I?
No, you could take that as a carry-on, but that would be one of your two things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would just be with my luggage and then the belt on my shoulder the whole time.
Those people exist.
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those people.
You can. If you check a bag, you could put it in your checked bag if you want.
I'm not checking a bag. I'm bringing a carry-on.
I have to check a bag. I've been gone for 10 days.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't got time for that. So, Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. What do you got here?
I'm going with Karrion Kross.
Again? You did this last time, Tuck.
Yeah. At some point, I'm going to be right.
I don't think you are.
I also don't believe it. I think Sami, in regards to WWE, Sami Zayn wins this match 9 times out of 10. But I also think SummerSlam, Karrion Kross is like a big, good. He's on one of the big 4 PLEs in a singles match. It's a way to put a stamp on it. I'm going Karrion Kross.
I don't know. And shout out to Ryan Bogus. Nice shirts. Finally noticed them. Hey, Bogus. See you in a couple days. But, yeah, I don't think Karrion Kross is winning. I don't even know if he's got a contract, dude. Like, I don't think anybody knows where that's all at. But I've enjoyed the feud, and it's given Kross a purpose finally. What I would like to see, and I don't know if it's going to happen, is somehow pulling off a double turn here. Maybe Sami finally gives in and finally snaps, and that's how the crowd gets behind Kross in a weird way, in a sadistic, twisted way, I just think there is an opportunity here, and once again, I don't know how you book it. I'm not the smart one. That's not my job. But I would love to just see the roles reversed because you see all the natural momentum behind Karrion Kross online. I feel like they need to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
But I think Sami's going to win. all that being said, Sami Zayn's going to win because, like you said, unfortunately, Sami Zayn's up here. Kross is still down here.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying Kross can't get there, right?
That's what I think, too.
But you're still going with Kross.
Kross wins, yeah.
Better with the heart on this one, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's fair. Let's move on. More tag team action. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. This one should be pretty fun. Taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Real no stakes here. It'd be curious to see if anybody gets involved. I don't know if maybe Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed get another member here. I think it could be an opportunity to do something because I do think this is a potential main event option because if you look at the big 2 matches, this one and Gunther and CM Punk, I think they could put Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and these guys in the main event just based off their namesake, Tuck.
I think they could. I don't think they will. I think CM Punk and Gunther is going to have main event night 1.
As it should, in my opinion.
I agree. But something's got to happen here.
Right.
There's too many things going on for this to be kind of a straight-up tag team match. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed went over last night in a big way.
True.
Bronson Reed stealing the shoes, so that makes me think Roman and Jay. But it's
how many good teams are going to win here is my question. Like you can't have all the face teams.
That's why I think if Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have a third, and that third finds a way into the match, that's how you beat Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And so that's where I'm leaning. That there's something here.
Something's fishy.
What is this? The Survivor Series look we're starting to kind of get together.
Team Seth versus Team Roman of sorts.
Yeah, but that's half a team.
Yeah.
Roman and Jay have the bloodline they can always fall back on, but do you want to do that again?
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to get like the MFT group involved in that again either, because like you said, we just did that. So
yeah, and so I think like Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are like 99 overalls, and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are those like blue chip prospects, and it should be Roman and Jay, but I also think because Braun, you can play the fact that Braun has been the big dog for like 2 weeks, and he's got big shoes to fill. So
I'm torn.
Roman and Jay have to be the betting favorite, though. So I think I'm not betting against our tribal chief. I'm going Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I did a flip-flopperini there.
Are we going to have our ones up for the whole entire entrance again?
Yes.
My arm was cramping last time, but I'm in better shape now, so I think I'll be okay.
We're primed for it. We got another.
Well, the shoulder's not 100%, but we'll get there.
You'll get there.
I took the day off. You always say listen to your body. I listened to my body today, and I'm relaxed.
There you go.
Double duty here. They call me Double Duty Liarda. I'm going with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Fuck it. Because I do think a third member could be lurking. Originally, I wanted it to be Ethan Page, but he's still North American champion or Canadian champion, however you look at it, now that he has that new title belt. But I'm going to call my shot. I'm going to say Ricky Saints shows up and he joins the Rollins faction, because I do think the Rollins injury is legit. So they need not a flamboyant, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I don't know, just a
personality.
Yeah, personality. That's the best way of putting it. And I think Ricky Saints could slide into that Seth Rollins role for a little bit. Call me crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, there was just reports. I don't know if you saw that Saints and Page were the rumors.
Yeah. So, interested.
One of them's got the belt. One of them doesn't. Call it Ricky.
Well, I mean, and then you got that whole crew is young with Seth at the top and Heyman.
Could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do. I think that it could be something.
And it prolongs it gives like Roman and Jay something to do. Maybe you bring back Jimmy Uso into the fold too. Gives him something to do. Yeah, it could be Survivor Series like you said. But one more match here. And guys, we got 36 of you watching live right now. Let us know your picks as well. We'd love to get you some feedback too, because the MVM title is on the line, but I can confirm, Tuck, that the MVM is nowhere to be seen. So,
wow.
Up for grabs right now. Biggest PLE or second biggest PLE of the year, too. This is a big one.
Get those ladders out and start climbing to the top, folks, because that title is just hanging there right now. You love to see it as we're days away from SummerSlam. We do have a TLC. We'll be talking about that here.
Yeah, very shortly, which I'm very excited, too, that they added that one to the card. They're going to get after it. But speaking of getting after it, I've enjoyed the short build to this one. It's basically just built off of respect, Tuck. CM Punk's a legend. He's a bona fide Hall of Famer. Gunther, probably a future Hall of Famer, current world champion. Another one of those matches where you look at it and you're like, I could see both of these guys walking away with the title. But which direction are they going in? I'm putting the spotlight on you first. I'm making you choose.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting to watch. I wish there was more of a build to it. And again, when in some of these feuds where it doesn't feel like the build has been long or enduring, like I always want to say retain. And it makes sense. Gunther's young and hardened. He just beat Bill Goldberg, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, he was. You see how pissed he was too on that 15-minute match that he got in the main event.
Yeah. And I think it also makes sense to put it on Punk. But I have a prediction.
Ooh, all right.
I think Seth Rollins comes back.
And you think he's going to cash in?
On Punk.
Yeah. I think the injury is legit, though, so that's why I don't think it's going to happen. But if it isn't legit, that would be the best case scenario, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay. That's how you remember night one.
Yeah, but I don't know how much longer I want to deal with Rollins and Punk feuding. Because isn't that like been the feud since he returned to WWE? Like he's been on side quests, but then he comes back to Rollins every time.
Yeah, but you get the Punk Roman J group against Seth, Braun, and Braun at Survivor Series. There's some things there.
Yeah, they just basically run it back with the team that won War Games.
Yeah, you entrench some of that Punk and the Roman dynamic, as Roman is building steam as a face.
That could be your Mania match next year. Just one-on-one. You don't even. I know they did it in a triple threat, but I still think there's something they could do with Roman and Punk.
Yeah, if they want, I'm still here for that.
So who's walking away with the victory here, though? I know
Seth,
it's tough.
Seth or no Seth, I'm going with CM Punk.
Okay.
With or without Seth.
I think I'm going with my heart again here. But then again, it makes sense because I think you have to give Punk one more run. And granted, Gunther hasn't got a fair crack at this second reign. I don't know. When did he win it? I feel like it was recent, wasn't it?
He won it.
He
back
took it off
from
Jay. Yeah, he took it off Jay at Money in the Bank. No,
yeah.
Was it Money in the Bank? I'm blanking on this. That sounds about right. But regardless, it still hasn't been the lengthiest of reigns for Gunther. And I think a lot of people were criticizing his first run, too, because it didn't really capitalize on all the heat that he was getting. So it might be too soon. Now I'm not going to do the flip-flop arena here, am I?
You can.
No, I'm sticking to my guns because I'm gonna be there in the arena wearing my CM Punk tank top. I can't not pick CM Punk to walk away with the world title. And I don't know if you saw WWE Unreal just got released today, and I watched the first 2 episodes just recently. And
Same.
Punk was very heavily featured in that documentary. So something tells me they released that at this point because he maybe was going to become world champion. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just weird logic, but I'm going with a new champion in CM Punk. Tuck's going with CM Punk regardless, but he's also picking the cash in if Seth's okay to go, correct?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Because imagine you end night 1 that way, and then you still have a big main event in night 2 to look forward to. And plenty of other title matches, which we're going to go right into because you mentioned that TLC match. It's happening. We wanted it at WrestleMania. Kind of a different iteration here, but I think it's going to be much more fun.
Gunther's current title reign is 49 days. So
that's nothing.
It's not much, for sure.
I don't know, I'm trying to think, other than Seth, is there anybody that can make their presence known? But Ludwig Kaiser's El Grande Americano right now, so he's out of the equation. And I don't think there's anybody else linked to Punk, is there? Just Seth, right?
I think, yeah.
Who knows? But that's the good thing about all this, is that we really don't know anymore, do we?
No. I like it.
It's fun. And I don't know who's going to win this, because you got the Wyatts, who are the tag champs, which good for them. That was a cool moment on SmackDown. The random team, or not so random, I guess they got some history with Andrade and Phoenix. DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits, tag team, TLC. I hope this kicks off night 1. I think this is how you just do the car crash, get everybody amped.
Let's go.
How do you lose?
Yeah.
How do we lose in this match, Tuck? There's no loser here. I would like any of these teams to win.
We lose if all 12 of them get shot right after the bell rings. That's when you look at the combination of these teams here, there's a number of different teams that do a number of different things. Great tag team wrestlers, high flyers, grizzled vets with the Motor City Machine Guns. The Wyatts are weird. They are compelling. They're interesting, willing to do anything. Andrade and Rey Fenix, they're not afraid to take chances. So I think the combination, I credit WWE and their TLC matches, their ladder matches, their multi-mans. I hope they give this 20, 25 minutes. Let this be one of those.
We're here.
Let this be a documentary in 10 years. That Fraxium got started with this match, or the
yes.
There's potential here with this group, and again, it was thrown together, so it doesn't have that Hardy's, Edge, Christian, Dudley Boys build feud, new stamp, but I'm excited to death for this match, and you know who I'm picking, so I'll let you go first.
Are you going with the Wyatts? Oh no, you're going with the Profits to get the titles back?
By a million.
You're going to be doing this in the
crowd? Yeah.
I'll join you. I'll join you. Yeah. So if I were to pick with my heart, you know where I'd be going. But I'm not picking with my heart here. I'm not going with DIY.
Interesting.
One of my new favorite teams. You just talked about them. I think you have to make a moment here with this tag match. And I think that's why all these teams are involved, because they've all been sort of intertwined for the past 4 or 5 months on SmackDown. So in a weird way, they have really built to this moment, this culmination here. at SummerSlam. So I think the build has been great. The SmackDown Tag Division is far better than Monday Night Raw. Let's propel Fraxium to the top. You gave them a new theme song, kind of tweaked their presentation a little bit. They were the best tag team in professional wrestling last year. Let's heat them up again. This is the time. Fraxium becomes the new tag team champions.
I would not be upset with that.
I think it's the most fun out of all the options. Like the Wyatts is like, them retaining does nothing for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I wanted to like the Wyatts, but I think they just like, they have their spot, but I can't take them super seriously, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. It will be a memorable thing that happened in wrestling. They'll get figure sets and things like that. It's just
well, hey, they're at Fright Fest. Did you see the thing I shared in the group chat?
Yeah, that'll be that would be cool. I do think that's a cool thing.
There's mainstream appeal.
Yeah, and an investment.
Shout out to Dirk. He said, titles look best on the Street Profits. Show me the smoke and bring me the red Solo Cups. And Dirk, Tuck, that's a great name.
Well, anybody named Dirk sounds like a stand-up individual.
What a name, right? Dirk Van Fleet.
Absolutely.
Dirk coming for that MVM title this week, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, Dirk's in the hunt. There's not much, guys. There's 43 people watching. All it takes to win the MVM title and to potentially get that sticker shipped to you, and hell, maybe I'll even ship an MVM t-shirt because it's SummerSlam week and I'm feeling good. All you got to do is interact and keep having fun with us here because we're live every single week talking wrestling, WWE, AEW, sometimes the independent scene, which, by the way, Tuck, I don't even think I asked. Do you have any, like, independents in your area?
No. There is a West Coast Pro in San Francisco that runs some shows and brings in some names.
How far away is that?
That's like 3.5, 4 hours. That would be a weekend trip kind of thing. Just haven't found a car. I mean, other than New Japan, we went to New Japan in San Jose.
Some Mercedes there, right?
Yeah, in her American debut.
Bless you.
Thank you. No mute button over here. But yeah, so GCW doesn't come to Reno, you know.
They've only gone to like certain states, I think, like only maybe 20. I feel like they need to just see if anybody else is interested.
GCW did come to Vegas, so we saw them in Nevada. So just 6.5 hours away. But yeah, not much. There is a small company in Reno, but it is.
Yeah. Not worth it. Hi, Eric. Thanks for stopping by, dude. And he said, I'm surprised you're early. Yeah, we're going to be taking off on Thursday, so we had to pivot and do things Tuesday night, and we had to do it before NXT because, once again, 2 podcasts for me tonight. I'll be doing the NXT night shift after NXT. So we got some more matches to talk about. We're 20 minutes away from NXT. Let's get to this one, which could be fun. The build has been basically just backstage in the clubhouse. AJ's dressing up as a custodian, doing whatever it takes to get under the skin of Dominic Mysterio, and it's kind of worked. You got a title match here. Like I said, should be fun, but I think this match is kind of obvious on who's going to win, Tuck. I don't know about you.
I feel like I want Dominic to retain, and I do feel like I want to see this match because like it's been such a different style or form of AJ Styles. He's willing to maybe take some different risks or challenges at this stage of his career. It's been
he said he's retiring next year probably, so maybe he's just at that Jericho stage trying to put people over.
Yeah, I think Dominic still retains. I just don't know where AJ goes from here.
I don't either. Maybe they could do another match since this is the first, and they really haven't had any physicality because Dom was hurt. So maybe they like run it back at a Saturday night's main event. I don't even know what PLE is happening after SummerSlam.
Clash.
Do you? What is it?
Clash.
Oh, in Paris, right?
Mm-hmm. August 31st, I think.
You know Paris loves AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's going to happen. Dom is going to retain. AJ's going to get his rematch in Paris. And maybe he'll win in Paris because, well, I forgot what the chants were. I don't want to botch them, but they were pretty electric when AJ went there against, what was it, Cody? Him versus Cody, right?
Yeah. I think you're right.
Good times. Why were the backlashes the first couple of them when Triple H took over actually like low-key bangers.
Heath, I don't know.
Like they used to be the show where you're like, oh, it's after WrestleMania, here's our rematches.
Yeah. The Puerto Rico backlash was badass.
Which, by the way, Zelina Vega noticed us from that clip talking about the Puerto Rico backlash. So shout out to her. She is now a follower of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. She favorited that video too. So that's in her archive. She can look back at that at any point.
She probably does.
And I'll tell you what, we're over. We're over with Zelina Vega, the former United States champion. Speaking of United States champions, let's go to this one. Solo Sikoa taking on Jacob Fatu. Another matchup where I could see both of these guys winning. But I do think, Tuck, that it might continue a little further. I still think there's a little bit more they can get into with the MFT. I don't think that whole group has really done enough damage. So I think Solo, once again, is going to find a way to escape with a victory here. Just keep Jacob on the chase just because there's not really much that I see for him right now. I would love to see Jacob, maybe ascend up that card here soon, but I think they could keep this one going a little bit longer. So just going off that thought, give me Solo Sikoa, because also he's doing a pretty good job. Like, we're starting to see a different side to him, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah, I think this one is a numbers game that although Jacob Fatu.
Oh yeah, it's a cage match. I forgot about that. Eric's right.
Yeah, and those have never been interfered with or tampered with in the history of cage matches. So, I have to agree with you, and I don't want to. I'm wearing my Fatu tank top. I think this is my Sunday. I think that's my Sunday fit. I'll probably rock this one on Saturday, and then, I'm going. I think I'm going Fatu. I'm supporting Fatu, but I think Solo's going to win. I think there's still legs to it, and that I think that makes a Fatu championship in the next round even sweeter.
I agree, 100%. And shout out to my mom. I know she's excited to see Tucky back on the podcast. So thanks, Mom, for the support as always. I told her I'd stop by tomorrow, come say hi before we leave. And Ryan told me, before I left on Sunday, which people listening, Ryan's my brother, he said, tell John Cena hi. So my mission is to tell John Cena hi.
Okay, we'll put that on the list. That would be electric for the vlog.
I don't know how we're going to do it, Tuck.
Great.
But we need to do it for Ryan. We're going to have to pull it off. But
I agree.
We're both going with Solo Sikoa to retain his United States Championship. 3 big championship matches still to get to. We've talked a lot about the Intercontinental title scene, the women's one, and how great it has been. First off, I'd love to hear your thoughts, if you have any, on what these 2 women are doing, and Bayley in the scene, and then who you got winning this one.
I've loved it. It's given credibility and want for that title. I think Lyra's stock could not have been built quicker, and that says a lot about Becky and Bayley. And so I think it's an interesting matchup, and I think this is still 50-50 for me, because I kind of want it to be done.
The Bayley of it all makes it 50-50, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think this is happening, but I think there's that Bayley thing too, and then they did the tag thing together, and then she's fighting Becky, and so another way to build Lyra, or continue to build Lyra. The stipulation for Lyra is that she can't challenge again if she loses, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that wrinkle too. But as Becky as champion, like, she could challenge if Becky were to drop it to Bayley, hypothetically, right, which probably would happen.
Right, and so I think
Becky might win.
Yeah, that's what makes me want to say Becky.
But we really haven't picked many title changes, have we? I mean, the tag. We picked the tag. I picked Jade. So you didn't pick Jade in that one. So yeah, you don't have many title changes.
No.
Still want to change your pick, or are you sticking with Becky?
Well, I do think the stipulation does make it easier to pick Lyra. Like, that's a vote of confidence towards something. So I think I don't know. I think I'm going Lyra.
Yeah, I'm going with the bird. I'm going with the bird lady.
See that.
Like, this is her crowning moment, because she's actually gotten to show her character now. And we really haven't had that, she did win the first one. That is a moment. You can't take that away from her. But if you really want to cement a legacy for Lyra, make her a multi-time Intercontinental Champion. Make her the workhorse of your women's division. But Becky Lynch is doing so much good shit right now. It's like, I don't know if I want Becky to lose, which is crazy. Because Lyra's the young talent, the up-and-comer. Becky's the old wily vet. And I want Becky Lynch to win. And I shouldn't. But Lyra's going to win. New champ. That was a roller coaster, I know. Dirk says, I'll root for Lyra if she doesn't wear her butterfly wings.
Well, Dirk is going with Becky then. Yeah. Mark that down.
Yeah, how long and Eric said, how long till Tala, Tonga, and JC tried to climb? I think there's a 100% chance we see all of them trying to climb, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, have Tala Tonga just rip the fucking cage. That's how it should finish.
That would be a statement.
Yeah. He's 7'1". Just have him take the door, rip it off, solo escapes. That's how he wins.
Yeah.
I know we're not talking about that, but yeah. And then Lyra, clean win. If she's going to do it, Lyra can't win, like cheating or anything. But I still think Bayley could get involved and cost Lyra here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Tough one. Fun one.
You're going Lyra?
I'm going Lyra.
Yeah. Me too, Ish.
Woo! We get
I think we win. I think that's going to be a great match. I love to watch those three wrestle. Like,
dude, you look at the card and there's probably like 5 matches I could point to and be like, that could steal the show. Like that tag team match, the match we just talked about, Naomi, Rhea, and Io, Punk, and Gunther. There's so many good ones.
Oh, yeah, and Cody Rhodes is fighting John Cena.
And I'm still not excited for it. And I love both those guys.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see Cena for the last time. And we'll get to it here in a little bit. I have my thoughts on the match, but that WrestleMania match just sour taste in my mouth, wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, and this is their chance to make it right.
For sure, but I am into everything that's going on with Rhea, Io, and the championship. Now Naomi, who cashed in that match with Rhea and Io at Evolution, which that was one of the best matches of the year, for sure, makes an interesting triple threat at SummerSlam. Obviously, Rhea's never beat Io, but they could go to that route and tell that story here, but I just don't think Naomi's going to lose the title this soon. That wouldn't make any sense, would it, Tuck?
No, dude. And I've got Naomi retaining here as well, because if Rhea were to pin Io, you still have Rhea's never beat Io one-on-one.
True.
I think when that stamp happens, they want that to be a bold exclamation mark. And I agree. I think we're too early in Naomi's run, and I think I enjoy watching Naomi's run so far.
Dude, she might be one of the best promos right now in the company.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I just think she's real. I think this is who she's been the whole time, and I think her feeling the glow was just being a company kid, I think she's really evolved in this new character, and I love it.
She's like a Pokemon.
I have not met someone to disagree. I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
I don't know many people that are disliking what Naomi is doing, and it'd be crazy if they were. But we're all entitled to our own opinions. But this one seems easy, especially since Naomi did cash in and use that briefcase. I know it probably would have been more exciting still to do it on Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
I still find it interesting that they just said, all right, we're going to move her over to Monday Night Raw. Is it just because Jay's probably over there and they want to... Oh, but she's married to Jimmy. Why would that matter?
Yeah, I don't know.
But then again, other than Rhea and Io, who else on Raw has been positioned at the top?
True. Yeah.
Stephanie is the next up. Nikki Bella's around. That's about it.
Yeah.
Steve, what's going on, man? That's a guy we haven't seen in the comment sections. Great seeing him, guys. Make sure you check out his channel. One of the best doing it on YouTube. SCW Steve is a great guy. I'm sure he's got some content coming up for SummerSlam. Can't wait to see what he's got cooking over there. But you're going with Naomi, and I'm going with Naomi, correct?
Yeah, and I'm going with... This is one of those could-be match of the weekend.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be a fun-ass weekend. The main event, Night 2, John Cena He's only got 13 or 14 days left, I think, on the calendar, defending his title in a street fight, right? They're labeling this a street fight, so obviously shenanigans are going to be afoot, whether it be on the side of Cody, on the side of Cena, more than likely. I think we're going to get a lot of people showing up. Just your typical fun Cody Rhodes title match. It seems like every Cody Rhodes match.
Another stamp of SummerSlam, shenanigans, main event, world title match, right? Nashville, we got the tractor spot, and this is going to be something. I'm not convinced what that something is yet.
It's not going to be Travis Scott.
Oh no, but is it going to be The Rock?
I hate that we have to keep putting that out into the ether and hoping for it.
Well, and I also think that's a really tough question, because that's just going to qualify if the match was a success or not, regardless. It puts a little bit of a taint on it. But
I would love to see. Speaking of double turns, I know I mentioned a double turn with Cross and Zayn, but I would love a double turn here. I think Cody has shown a little bit of signs of potentially turning heel. I don't know if this is like too soon to turn him. Would that be something that would interest you if they somehow say Cody wins the title, turns heel, and John just ends the year as a babyface and we all love him?
I ultimately do think we're going to get back to John Cena being a babyface. I have Cody winning straight up. No turn. Like, Cody wins, no turn.
Man. But why? That's my thing, is like, do you really want to end the Cena thing, or you just want to have that feel-good moment at the end of the year with him?
I do. The Cena thing is kind of boring to me right now.
And the problem is he hasn't been on TV much.
Mm-hmm.
I know he promised all these dates, but when you space them out throughout the calendar, it feels a lot longer. And that's what's ruined it. I think we're all just kind of just accepting it because it's his last year and just, enjoying it for what it is. But before I give my official pick, I'm going to run to the comments real quick. Steve said Io can have Rhea beat and Naomi can take out Io to get the pin on Rhea and retain. Yeah, I definitely could see that definitely being the way it plays out. Eric's got a question since he missed the first 40 minutes. Do you see Liv returning? I'm going to say no. Way too soon.
No, yeah.
I think it's a severe injury, isn't it?
I don't really know. I just don't. Yeah. I don't have that in my cards right now. I don't think it's happening. It would be cool though.
It would be a moment.
But I do think there's still plenty of time for this Roxanne thing to cook a little bit more too.
Yeah.
There's more opportunity for her to
tension,
have reasons, clues. There's a lot more you can do with it. Yeah.
And losing the title could be those reasons for sure.
But she's going to help Dom retain and be another chip.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe. Could be.
Yeah. Any big debut for Raw or SmackDown after SummerSlam? I'm trying to think. I don't think Obafemi is losing the title, so they're not going to call him up. Maybe I'll go with the Ricky Saints again. If he ain't gonna interfere in that tag match, I think he's due up soon. So I'll say maybe him or Zaruka, a combination of that.
I don't have a pick.
Yeah, fair enough. If Cena doesn't lose here, then I can see him holding the title until his last date. So that's honestly, Tuck, that's where my head's at. And originally I wanted Cena to drop the title and get the baby face of it all at the end, but I just think he is going to hold it to the last date and then maybe even win on his final match and just walk off in the sunset with the title. I think it's just going to be the Cena year. I don't know why. I just see somehow, some way, somebody's going to cost Cody Rhodes the title at SummerSlam.
Is there a world where Cody wins here? They build a heel to cheap beat Cody. Cena wins it back as a face by the end of the year. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of flip-flopping, ain't it?
If Cody wins here, are you gonna have Cena beat him again?
No, I don't think. No, yeah, no chance. You can't have the guy you're trying to make.
We're in August with 4 months left. There's a third of the year left.
Right.
Do you put him back on the chase? Is it too early to start putting over just young guys over and over?
Yeah, I would much rather see like John just elevate a young talent at the end. I don't know, it's not going to happen, but
I think it might be too soon though.
Yeah, you're probably
I'm
right.
still going with Cody
You're going with
because I
Cody.
want Cody to win. Yeah.
I'm going with the You Can't See 17 champion, John Cena, to retain. Because I'm going to be wearing my John Cena shirt, and I'm not going to not pick John Cena. And he's my GOAT. So, and this is coming from the guy that was wearing Cody Rhodes merch at WrestleMania 39. Going with John Cena to retain. Wow. Steve's in agreement with you, though. He said going Cody. He wants the double turn, but wouldn't be surprised to see Seth return and cash in on this match. Now, I haven't seen that. That would be pretty interesting, just for him to, kind of do what Naomi did and surprise people.
Well, okay, let's play that scenario. Cena wins, Seth cashes in on Cena. What happens? Is it a Seth and Cena feud for a while? What happens to Cody after that?
Seth and Cena have history.
And then the other side of it, Cody wins, Seth cashes in on Cody. That kind of can put Cena on a different track or on the back for a little while as he restores himself as a face or goes back on a chase in some sort.
Yeah, I agree.
You have Cena beat Seth. Cody Cena. I don't know. Like, it's an interesting layer to consider. I think it's fun.
And that's why we do this, man. That's why we sit here every week just to discuss it, because there is a lot of avenues that Triple H likes to go down. And Eric said, I have a crazy idea. How about Cody gives his soul and helps Jimmy, and he's on SmackDown. He says he's the only one who hasn't won a singles title. I don't think I'm following, but I do think the real question is he wants Cody to sell his soul, which could be a possibility here too.
Huh.
I don't know, maybe. What if he did to The Rock? Maybe this is where he sells his soul, finally, here at SummerSlam?
No.
Not doing it for you?
I guess that is a reason for The Rock to show up, because that's my other question. Like,
right.
If The Rock does show up, what happens?
That would be the connection for sure.
Right, Cena wins. Okay, The Rock's there and Cena wins. The Rock's there and Cody wins. But then what's The Rock of it all?
The Rock costing John Cena would be pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie.
Or what?
Because Cody's the one that sold his soul. Maybe he just said ultimately this was the long-term plan. Cody was just waiting for the right moment. He wanted to give Cena the spotlight for the summer. And then he said, all right, fuck it. I'm taking the ball back. I'm QB1. You go home, John Cena. There's your money.
That could be something.
Now our hopes are up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cody needs to eventually turn.
I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I got to load up on some Cena merch this weekend. It's
for sure.
It's a thing.
And I agree with Dirk. Cody does need to eventually turn, I think soon. And it would be exciting if it were to happen here, because I don't think a lot of people are expecting it. If Saruka gets called up, who does Soul lose her title to? I think Tatum. He had Tatum or Izzy for sure. We'll talk about that a little later on the NXT Night Shift, no doubt about that. Tuck wants to see Cody beat Cena.
I think he will.
Yeah, I'm just the one that doesn't want to see Cody beat Cena. But that's, once again, a homer. I'm a Cena homer. Cena said a couple months ago back that Seth won't cash in on him during a promo. Maybe that was foreshadowing. Maybe.
All right, Seth Rollins cashing in 1 or 2 confirmed.
Man, there's so many possibilities that could come out of SummerSlam. Oh, I cannot wait. We're going to be here once again for our 4th straight SummerSlam. This time we're going to New Jersey. Tuck, this is my first time going to the Northeast. I don't know about you.
I've made a few trips to New York, New Jersey, Boston, college baseball.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I've been there. Excited to be there this weekend.
Oh, I cannot wait. So if you're going to New Jersey, you're going to be around in the area hanging out. DM us at Pot on the Mark. Eric's going to be there as well. He's going to SummerSlam. We love to see it. So let's have a good time. But here we are, Tuck. End of episode 255, and NXT has started, so I got to get moving here. But the current MVM was not here, so we had to make a new decision, didn't we?
We did.
We have
automatically and new
MVM Dirk Vogus. I believe it is his second reign as MVM Dirk. So big congrats to you on picking up the MVM on a special Tuesday episode of OTM. How about it, Tuck?
Dirk is not first time, long time in this instance. It's long time. Dirk is a frequent flyer in the MVM chat room and someone we look forward to seeing and chatting with weekly, and well deserved.
Eric,
got
you did just
competitive
miss
at the
it.
end.
Yeah, Eric, you did just miss out. He knew it too. Eric knew he was right on his heels.
Mm-hmm.
Got to come back next week, right?
Is Eric the failed cash in, or the runs to the ring to cash in, but not a failed cash in, but a failed attempt?
Hey, Steve was a great contender too. Like he said, great to catch you guys live for a bit. It's been too long. Hope you're doing well, Steve. We need to get him back on this podcast, don't we?
Absolutely.
He's a great guy, and Dirk Vogus, that is a great name. So shout out to Dirk. I think that is his second official reign, if I'm not mistaken, as MVM, and a no better weekend to pick it up when we are going to SummerSlam in New Jersey, Tuck. So you got any final remarks before we head on out of here?
No, I'm excited. Flying in Thursday, we've got Summer Bash on Thursday. Looking forward to that. Friday, I know you've got GCW with Jay Gold, so that's on the radar.
We got WrestleCon.
WrestleCon on Friday. I know I'm doing Will Ospreay and Tony Storm. Looking forward to that. I'm purchasing maybe some autographed figures. Looking forward to that. And then we got to get the SummerSlam Superstore. There's a free Penta meet and greet 20 minutes away if that's something that piques our interest. Cero, miedo. Yes, absolutely. And then the first ever 2-night SummerSlam in a football stadium with a couple buddies. An electric weekend that I look forward to every year. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan because AEW is on a hot streak. If you're asking me, maybe they just have this cool niche with the residencies. A small thought. It just becomes like the venue becomes part of the story.
Right.
It's an interesting take on it.
You could tell a feud in just a residency stay.
Yeah, like they did. And so it's a great time to be a wrestling fan on both sides of that coin. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone next week. I think I'm available. So
let's fucking go, baby. I'm going to hit the plugs before we go out, and Tucky will send us home. Guys, if you want to support the show and our spending habits this weekend in New Jersey, the best way to do so is by heading over to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.com. Use that code SUMMER. That's going to save you 10%. Be on the lookout for new potential merch. I'm going to look into a sleeveless hoodie for the boys. Main event merch is available as well on that website. And speaking of the main event, the Wrestling Junkies were live. Tino is live right now for NXT. Just great stuff happening. So make sure you're following us at Pod on the Mark and at mainevent_net. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We can't do it without you helping us get to that monumental number, because we will get money if we get to 500 subscribers, guys. So more money for us means more content for you guys.
Help
I
us
can keep
help
doing
you.
these vlogs. It's going to be a great time. Tucky, why don't you send us home? No, Dirk. No shirt for you. I'm sorry.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great time to be a wrestling fan. We thank you for watching and listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.